At the time of writing this, I'd never actually seen Akira Kurosawa's crime dramas before. But when it came to light that A24 was going to make a reinterpretation of his film High and Low, I had to watch it. Why? Most Western remakes of Japanese media were always doomed to fail outside of Sergio Leone's Dollars trilogy and the original version of Django. That's what I thought at first. Then I read an article about who was going to make it. Spike Lee and Denzel Washington. You already know how much I love both these guys. Every time they collaborate with each other, it's almost always a fucking delight. From Mo Better Blues to He Got Game, Inside Man, oh my god, and especially Malcolm X. Oh, woo! These guys were essentially just made for each other, creatively. Denzel is the greatest actor in the world, I swear to God. If I were an actor, I would have had him, Tupac Shakur, and Casey Mangelo as my influences. According to Spike Lee's Instagram, the screenplay is going to be written by Spike himself and a writer named Alan Fox, who had only written one thing before this. Now, Spike Lee is a really good writer. He's much better as a director when he's directly involved with the writing process. His most recent movies show that. I think it's going to be cool. It's also going to be produced by Denzel Washington's frequent producer Todd Black, who produced alongside Denzel on his directorial efforts. Jason Michael Berman is going to be the other producer on the film. He produced Ben Affleck's recent film, Air. The original Kurosawa version of High and Low is itself based on Evan Hunter's novel King's Ransom, which I never read. I want to though. My friend, Joey the Slime Boy, made a good point when he said that he was mixed on the announcement of this movie, as the last remake that Spike Lee made was Old Boy. That movie was received so poorly, even by both Spike Lee and the star Josh Brolin, that it wasn't even called a Spike Lee joint. Look at the poster for that movie. If it's called a Spike Lee film, then Spike Lee hates it. As for adaptations, the only ones he did that I was a really big fan of were Clockers and 25th Hour, produced by him and Tobey Maguire, and starring Edward Norton. So he definitely knows how to adapt novels into well-made movies. Miracle of Santa Ana, however, ugh. The reason why I'm excited for this reinterpretation, it's because Spike Lee is currently on his second peak era, churning out great movie after really great movie. Even rebooting his first movie, She's Gotta Have It, into a show was a huge success critically. Black Klansman and Da 5 Bloods were all really great too. The script for the movie must have been so good for Denzel Washington to join in. So far, he's the only actor we know is going to be in it. With him involved, naturally it's going to be a delight to watch. Naturally. The original Kurosawa film, which Kurosawa co-wrote with, and I apologize if I'm butchering these names, Hideo Oguni, Ryuzo Kikushima, and Adria Hisaita, is a really good movie. I highly recommend it to those who want to get into Kurosawa's old works, but don't like samurai for some reason. I don't know. As for the Spike Lee version, I will be keeping an eye on the movie's production as a whole, thanks to Spike Lee's Instagram. If there are trailers, I will be talking about them, and when the first trailer comes out, I will be reviewing the other movies Spike and Denzel worked on, outside of Malcolm X, because I already covered it, and my stance on the film stays the same since I last covered it. See you next week when I'll be playing an online version of New Super Mario Bros. Versus Mode. Later.